Hi, Stuart Lamont, CEO of the Caravan Industry Association of Australia, and here we are, first day, National Conference, really excited to be here. We've got nearly 1,200 people that have come here, that's record numbers, at a time when everyone says doom and gloom and the world's in trouble. Well, these are the people that are excited, enthusiastic and passionate about what our great industry can be. So, Trade Expo, 140 odd booths of all the greatest and latest products and services that will suit the great caravan and camping industry that we have in Australia. And we've got people here from manufacturers, retailers, repairers, we've got caravan parks. It's just going to be a great event for the next couple of days. So, really appreciate it. We'd love to, at the end of the day, talk about what we've done, what we've talked about, and what a great industry we're actually about.
I'm Grant Williams. I'm the co-founder of the Accessible Accommodation. So we are essentially an OTA that allows people with disabilities or seniors with accessible needs to find properties for holidays or short-term respite that will suit their unique needs for accessibility. So as part of our package that we provide to accommodation providers, we have an accreditation program where we can assess the property's accessible offering against our user-based criteria. So our assumption is that any park, hotel, service department, etc. has been built using the local government standards and requirements. Our accreditation program layers on top of that and looks at the guest experience. So we have 3 levels of accreditation for mobility. First being assisted walking, so these are users with who use walking frames, canes, etc. We have independent wheelchair users, so these are wheelchair users that can self-transfer to bedding, toilet, shower, etc. And the highest mobility level is what we call assisted wheelchair user. So these are people normally with power wheelchairs, require electric beds, mobile hoists, and would usually travel with a carer. So every property that is accredited by us, they will, beyond the accreditation, they will also be listed with us on the Accessible Accommodation website. So where are we? accessibleaccommodation.com, and the website itself has a lot of, every listing has a walkthrough video highlighting all of the accessible features, at least 50 frequently asked questions, the same questions on every listing, where everything from bed heights, widths of doors, the accessible equipment available, etc. is available on that listing. And then embedded in the back end, that's all available in structured data. So all this is also being picked up by AI-enabled searches. So it means that the operator is able to get their accessible offering out there, have it found by people with disabilities or people that can use that property. So we basically say that our accreditation system is one that converts. It's for the actual accommodation in the park. So if you, for a holiday park, certainly here in Australia and New Zealand, the parks that we've been accredited, there would be cabins or villas in the park. So we would assess the cabin or the villa in the park for accessibility. As I said, we've only just launched there. So we only have 1 property listed so far, with more on the way, but that's actually a holiday home, not a park. So we've got some way to go before we expand into the UK and Europe, but we would love to be in there.
Yeah, hello, it's Ben Parker from Alphaville. So we're based here in Queensland, in Brisbane. So we manufacture the tiny homes in the factory there at Brendale. So yeah, family business. We've been in the construction industry for about 38 years.
And yeah, we build tiny homes for the accommodation market and for those owner occupied. Yeah, I think it is, especially with the way the market's going for traditional houses for young ones to get into the market. So yeah, there has been a growth in this area. We do provide to both markets. So there's the parks and the resorts, and then there's also the owner occupied. So it might be parents downsizing, or it might be children leaving home and having something small in the backyard to call their own. So this is our retreat design. We obviously can do custom designs. This has got a built-in deck, so it gives extra shelter and outdoor deck rather than having that extra cost on site. You've got a living room, small kitchenette, and then you've got a bedroom there that fits a queen bed, and then you've got the ensuite. With a tiny home, the regulation, it comes under the caravan, so you do have to meet road registration rules and code. So there obviously is set codes you've got to abide by, which is like with your gas and electrical, it's got to meet code for that type of dwelling. And then yes, you have got to meet, so obviously the size and the weight of the home to what trailer it's on, it's got to meet regulation. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, it has become a lot more popular. Like, 5-6 years ago, I mean, there's probably still people around that you'd say a tiny home to, and they'd say, well, what's that? As far as they're concerned, it could be still a 100 square metre home. Like that's right, it is still becoming a known thing of what a tiny home is. Whereas even, 6 years ago, it's very common, people would not know what a tiny home is. So it is fairly new in Australia. Yes, we have people living in these full time. Yep, it could be just setting up a young couple or a single person just somewhere to live away from home. It can be older couples downsizing. They want to do more travelling. They want to live on the child's property so they can care for their grandchildren. So yeah, there's a lot of different applications. Yeah, it can work either way. You can put it in a park, or you can find someone that's got property that you can pay a small sum to rent that little bit of property off them to put the home on, or it could be putting it on a family member's home property. So it could be putting it on a family member's property and being a caretaker, or just that family member's caring for them by allowing them to put that home on their property. It does vary from council to council and does depend. So we would help people once we understand what the land is, what's already on the land. It's not as if you can just go and whack it on any land and live there for, there might be a certain, if there's no dwelling on that property, you can live there as a temporary, but you've got to end up putting something through council. But yeah, it depends case by case, depending on the council, how big the property is, what you're using it for, and that's what we would help people with and guide them of what they can and can't do.
My name is Helen Hersom, and I work for Big Four Holiday Parks of Australia. We are a marketing cooperative network of over 300 parks throughout Australia. We have, of those 300 parks, they're all independently owned and managed and operated, and Big Four brand has such a remarkable reach across all of Australia, and so many of these parks come to us really for us to assist them through marketing support and giving them an avenue to really leverage off the Big Four brand and the reach that we have across Australia for them. We offer a website and marketing plans to help elevate and create extra exposure for them, and ultimately our goal is really to provide greater revenue to them, bring new guests to their door, and help them promote them through ways that they may not be able to do themselves. So we have a range and diverse mix of guests. and the demographics are quite broad. So we have from families to couples to a lot of groups that come to our parks as well. Our parks offer different types of inventory. So we have guests that come in their caravans and camper trailers, maybe even tents from time to time. And we also have parks that have a good range of cabins, glamping tents, and different options like that. So our inventory types are very broad, and we have a demographic that's also incredibly broad as well. Thank you. All of our caravan parks are actually open year round. So whilst they all have different seasons depending on the location, the geographical location of the park, we are open year round. It's just that some parks will have a higher season. That's primarily our East Coast parks. They'll have a high season during summer, and then our West Coast parks might be a little bit different, but all of our parks are open year round, 12 months a year, welcoming guests during any type of season.
My name is Beck. I'm from Bookeasy, which is a tourism tech company based here in Australia. We provide the booking engine and booking system for regional tourism organisations, and we actually power 4 of the key state national parks here in Australia as well. Yeah, so we're basically we're a connector. So we've provided all of the connections to all of the booking systems that tourism operators use, and then we feed it out and distribute it out through to tourism organisations, and we provide the booking platform for them to be able to take and process bookings. It's different, it's changed, it's fragmented because the way in which travellers now book and search is different and evolving. So AI is obviously very important, but people still want authentic regional experiences, and they want to be able to search when it's convenient for them. So within our tourism ecosystem, we have collectively the largest database of bookable tourism product here in Australia. So we've got about 20,000 different tourism operators, so from accommodation, tours and experiences, right down to your camping and those sorts of things. So we don't just do camping. So I don't have that stat because we focus primarily on once people are here, but I would say that we have a strong market from New Zealand, and also our focus tends to be once people are here. So we do a lot with what we call, I guess, the drive market. So people who are jumping into a caravan and bits and pieces and driving through regional Australia.
Hi there, I'm Ryan from Camperclean Australia. We have the first Camperclean automatic dump point here in Australia now. It's been a long time coming. This technology has been around in Europe for well over 10 years, and we have the first unit here in Australia now. So we're very excited. No more splashback smells coming out of your cassette. It's very easy. Load your cassette in. The machine does all the hard work. It even opens the cassette. It returns the cassette even with additive, and you load your cassette straight back in the van. It's very simple. So we are very excited to have this first machine here in the country. Initial feedback from the users, first lucky users in Australia, they're absolutely loving this device. The simple use of it, they're demanding for this technology to be popping up around the country, so we hope to be able to facilitate that for them. But yeah, this is the start of Camping Australia's Germany.
Hi, I'm Roland. I work for Camping.care, and we're expanding into Australia. We're originally based in Europe. That's what your camping business readers might know us from, because we're everywhere, including in Italy. And now we're expanding into the Australian market because we feel like the market is ready for a affordable, all-in-one, cloud-based platform to, serve all the campers' needs here in Australia.
Hi, I'm Jamie from DECO. We're here at the Caravan Industry Conference showcasing all of our aluminium products. They're all sublimated to look like timber so that you get an excellent durable timber finish with all the aluminium profiles that you can see here, ranging from cladding to decking to two-piece battens, slats, everything that you can create out of timber, we've got an aluminium solution for. Yeah, so from anything where you can use timber, so screening, cladding, facades, decking, anywhere where you would normally use a timber product, we have an aluminium solution for it. The whole idea is that you get the beauty of timber with the durability of aluminium and a long-lasting, extremely low-maintenance finish. Other markets as well, but everything is manufactured in Australia and New South Wales, and we just sell to whoever needs it wherever they are.
My name's Daniel Esler. I'm the General Manager here at Gervale Homes. We're a modular builder out of Victoria with branches in Dandenong South and Ngambie. So our business and why we're here, we build tourism cabins for caravan parks, so short stay and lifestyle village homes or forever homes into that LLC space. Sure, so we've seen tourist cabins evolve over the last 40 something years, and we've been around. We're actually DECO, so we've had a brand change on the home side of the business into Gervale Homes. But we've seen cabins evolve from that cream stucco cladding with the cottage green fascias and ply walls and very basic designs to where we are now. High spec. People want some really nice facades and designs, stone bench tops, upgraded features, tiled showers and the like. So as we're building better quality homes, people expect this in their cabins when they go away. So first your question on compliance, so tiny homes as opposed to your classic stick build. So in most states in Australia, we build to the unregisterable movable dwelling code. So they are a section of the BCA. So they're built to building codes, but they need to be removable. So we're transportable and then removable in 24 hours. So we build to that. So therefore you can get them into caravan parks. Traditionally on places that might be a little bit flood prone or potentially bushfire areas. So we build to that code in that space. So a little bit of both. So in the caravan park space, again, we've seen that evolve. More and more demand for cabins as opposed to sites. People are wanting that sort of high spec holiday. And then as well as like your tourism on the weekend, we're seeing a really high demand for worker accommodation during the week. We've got a lot of big projects happening, certainly in regional Victoria, but around the rest of the country where with worker accommodation is at a premium. So we're trying to build a product and supply a product that's flexible. So we want worker accommodation during the week and then turn that into family holiday makers on the weekends. In the lifestyle space, or in that over 50s, that LLC space, we're looking at homes. They're people's forever homes. So looking at a product for a lot of people that are coming in, this is their very first brand new home. So we want to make that a great experience for the end user, and all those creature comforts that come with having a forever home and a brand new home, and that's in that aging in place space.
I'm Halinka Panzera, the State Manager for Queensland for the Australian Made campaign. The Australian Made campaign is an insignia that was developed 40 years out of the manufacturing sector as a differentiator of something that is locally produced versus something that is produced internationally. It's all about celebrating, supporting and recognising Australian made content. So we support all of the industries in manufacturing. This week is Manufacturing Week in Brisbane, so we were there, and this week and today is also the caravan sector having their expo. So we turn up and support all of the manufacturers in every sector, from pharmacy to automotive / caravans, and support all of those businesses in this area. So it's Australia's most recognisable brand, which is no small achievement given that it's We're a non-for-profit and we were born out of the manufacturing sector. We really don't have a lot of money to support the brand, although this year we were given a $20 million grant to help support and promote the Australian-made premise. It's 99% recognition with consumers, so it is very well supported by people who are looking to verify the fact that the product is indeed supporting local Australian manufacturing.
So hello, I'm Trent Spencer from Porcelux. We have a product that was manufactured in Italy. We've been importing from Italy now for 50 years. Porcelux is a range of tops that can be used on kitchens and bench tops. It's new obviously in the domestic market, but for the caravan market it's something very new. The advantage obviously with Porcelux is that it is a heat resistant product, UV stable, is not affected by chemicals. We can create also a hidden induction cooktop, which when is used correctly doesn't create any heat on the surface of the porcelain, but allows for cooking. So we're able to also create things along the lines where we can cut on the surface, we can cook on the surface, scratch resistant, stain resistant. So in an environment in caravan parks where we may have children drawing on the surface, things like this, we can use all sorts of chemicals to remove any sort of marking on the surface, many applications. We create, the cooktop comes like this and is applied just to the surface of the Porcelux. So it's only pressured, it doesn't need to be glued to the surface, it's pressured against, which helps with the vibration that carries on in a van. It's not going to break adhesion during that process.
Hey, I'm Addison from Rugged Group Australia. We're based in Fremantle, Western Australia. We're at the event here to show our new design product that we launched earlier this year, the Rugged Glamp. Yeah, it's a new design that hasn't been done with glamping tents before. The main thing is the integrated floor frames. So we've got aluminium floor panels, which all come apart from a pallet, and then this whole structure goes up in about an hour and a half. This allows you to take an unpowered site or powered sites and put a non-permanent structure on it pretty quickly and start to drive some revenue. So we use a self-leveling feet that can be height adjustable, and then obviously we use ground screws and things to secure it to the ground. And then kind of as we come up, we've got a fully aluminium frame which we've kind of over-engineered for the elements, and stainless steel hardware for all of the parts. And then a two-layer system. So we've got a marine grade PVC which keeps the weather off of the tent, and then we've got our inner canvas here. The important thing is we've got an air gap kind of in between, so it means that you don't get condensation and moisture build up on the canvas itself. If we come inside the tent, we've got integrated power and lighting as well. So we've got lighting that runs along the roof, and then USB charging for guests as they stay as well. So this is the couples version here, which retails for 8,500 Australian dollars. And then we have a larger family size, which has another floor panel on the inside, which will sleep 4. So you can have a queen bed and 2 singles if you have a family with children. And then we also have the option for a queen bed and a bit more of a living area inside as well. So for the European market, we obviously have a lot of places with bivouacs and things with people looking to camp outside the city on private land. This product allows kind of homeowners and property owners to start to run Airbnbs and have more people on their property. But these products are also very lightweight, so it's all aluminium structure, and so we've actually designed it to be able to go under a helicopter and drop it into places in the Alps where you have walking trails in different remote locations where previously it would be very difficult to build structures as well. Glamping has been in Australia for a while. You've got some very, very large resorts that have been around, and it's always been a very luxury experience, and I think we're starting to see more products like ourselves starting to offer glamping to people who are in the cities and maybe don't have any of their camping gear but aren't after a luxury experience. So we're starting to see it become more popular and more affordable for most to be able to get out of the city and take their family and have a stay, without having to spend close to $1,000 a night for some of the higher end things as well. We're going to be in Europe towards the back end of this year. It's obviously there's a lot of people in Europe that love to get outdoors and enjoy the outdoors, and we spent a lot of time working with operators and people who provide accommodation to make sure that we've created a product that allows people to get access to those outdoors and enjoy it. So yeah, we have to see over there.
So I'm Blair Noel. I'm the Head of Solutions Architecture here at Storable New Book. So Storable New Book is a property management system, or PMS, specifically designed for the outdoor hospitality industry. So we're a worldwide solution, and we position ourselves as a single all-in-one solution for, if you want to call it a holiday, depending on what market you're in, it's a holiday park, it's a motor camp, it's an RV park, it's and whether that's glamping or sites, powered, unpowered. And we'll do everything from your online bookings to your channel management, connecting out to those third-party OTAs, email marketing campaigns, dynamic rates, surveys, all in a single system. So we position ourselves as the all-in-one solution to run your park. Obviously the technology's changed significantly. I've been with New Book for 8 years, and the demands on the industry, sort of from almost just a submission form to now we take online bookings, and everyone's trying to drive as many direct bookings as possible. But then in certain markets we've got the rise of OTAs, things like the third-party sites that people are making useful, but now there's a little bit turned back to driving that direct booking. And clearly a lot of the buzzword around a lot of conferences I've been to, both here and overseas, obviously the advent and the adoption of AI and how that can change the guest journey and things like that. And I think the one thing about camping, it speaks to a myriad of generations. So you've got some people in their 70s that might want to book a certain way, all the way to the newer generations, and we've got to sort of cater for each of those types of things. So you still need the old way of things to do things, but there's also, we know that certain demographics, hey, if 70% of them can't book online, they just won't book. So it's really about adapting, but making sure you can have a little bit for everyone in the market. So there's been a significant amount of change during that time. Even in the software business, like we were very early cloud-based, sort of 14 years ago, 15 years ago, but now every single platform's cloud-based. There's no sort of on-premise kind of thing. So it's a very fast-moving industry, and I think I would have a whole bunch of different stuff to say if you turn up next year and we talk about that then. So yeah, it's really quick around that.